So this is a lot better.
Oh, is it better?
Yeah, it's better.
Welcome to episode 2 of the podcast. Also
the CodCast.
Yeah, here we go. You're in there, right?
Sorry.
I'm Cod.
And I'm also Cod.
We almost lost Cod today.
Cod was almost non-existent.
Yep. Cod got in a wreck today, as the thumbnail shown.
That's pretty bad. I was on the interstate heading to work at 4:30 this morning and got clipped by somebody, went off the road, hit the guardrail, got back on the road, got hit several more times by different vehicles, knocked me in the back seat because I took my seatbelt off like an idiot trying to get out, which I'm glad I didn't go out. But yeah, no, I'm good, man. I'm just sore. I'm congested. I've been congested all week. That's why my nose sounds clogged.
That's the real killer, is the common cold.
Yeah. And
this episode's sponsored by Mucinex.
and no, I mean, all I got was a little scrape on my knee and the soreness, but that's about it.
I did kiss the boo-boo and made it better.
Yeah, he did.
It is okay.
No, you showed up pretty early for that. I appreciate you coming and helping us out.
I'm just glad you're okay. All
Yeah.
right. But I was having a great time sleeping this morning. Raven calls Cheyenne. My alarm goes off for work. And I thought, I'm going to snooze that sucker. It's Friday. Hit the snooze button. I just close my eyes, go back to sleep. Cheyenne's phone goes off. It's Raven. Josh has gotten in a wreck. He's flipped. There's blood, guts, spit, glasses, freaking everything's hitting that. Lane, you need to get out here. Go ahead and practice your chest compressions on the way. I get in the truck and I did the speed limit the entire way there. The whole way there. Yeah. And I've realized that people are just mean.
They only care about getting to work, man. If anything stops them from getting there when they're supposed to, they'll let you know. I got plenty of insults given to me.
I've got hazards on going down the road, doing the speed limit. Those people in front of me were just doing lesser of the speed limit. Yeah. And I drove up behind them, flashed my lights. I didn't even tell you about this. I flashed my lights, my hazards were on, and dude in front of me just gives me the middle finger, like I just did that to be mean and funny, So I go off on the other side of the road and pass him legally, and I pass him, get around him, and he's mouthing off to me, and I can't really see or I can't really hear what he's saying because my windows are up, but he's looking at his window, lips on the glass, like talking crap to me, like I was in the wrong. I hope he saw my hazards on. He's like, oh, I feel bad now.
Yeah, he probably did.
People wouldn't get out of the way for nothing, dude. Like, I was trying to get on the side of the road because at this point I didn't know you was alive. I thought you were hurt bad. So I was trying to get there quick. I pull over on the side and I'm driving through the median on the interstate to get there to you. And I get there and you're in the car that Raven picked you up in. You're not even. I imagine you're on a gurney.
No, not quite. They didn't really do a whole lot to me. They barely bandaged my knee up. They didn't check for concussion. Told me my blood pressure and heart rate was pretty high, which obviously is going to be because I just got hit as many times as I did.
It's the Mountain Dews, bro.
Yeah, it's the Mountain Dews. It wasn't the wreck. It was the Mountain Dews.
Actually, can you grab me a dooski if you don't mind?
Make that 2 dooskies. Yeah, 2 dooskies.
Hey, pop a picture of a dooski.
Yeah, dooski. We're gonna put it right here on the duck. Dooski, yeah.
There's a door there, bro. Yeah, we've had an interesting week. We both had an interesting week. Let's see here. Josh has almost gotten killed twice. I went out and bought a drum set. I'm a drummer. I play the drums for my church, and I sold my drums before I got out here because it just wasn't room. And then we bought this house, and I thought, well, I need to practice here too. So, and you can open them in here. It's all right. It's cool. Hey, this is open mic.
Hold on. I got an idea.
Oh man, we're gonna get the crispy open. The crispy sound.
Hold on. Let's see if I can. Hold on.
See whose is better.
I can't even get the thing.
Can you not open one finger?
Ready?
No, you first, and then me. We'll compare. Oh, see what mine sounds like. Ooh, mine had a little at the end. That was good stuff right there. But anyways,
Don't come sue us, Mountain Dew. We
this is actually Mountain Lightning. And
Yeah.
Mountain Lightning ain't got the money to sue us,
yeah.
so we good. But I bought a drum set off of a guy on Marketplace, and I bought it off of. I opened this and hold on. That joke was for Dale, but I got the drum set off Marketplace, and I thought, all right, this is a good deal here. It's a really good deal. The parts and stuff that was on the drum set, was very expensive stuff. And what is that noise? Oh, man, that fridge is working overtime in there. But it's our
Oh, it's our personal fridge.
But we show up, and I tell Josh. Before I show up, I was like, hey, I don't know this guy, and I just figured, hey, if you want to just hang out and get out of the house for a little bit, I said, you can come with me. If not, that's cool too. Josh like, I'll go with you. So I
didn't want to, but I did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But so we get there, and it's in Sevierville, Pigeon Forge area, and this guy, I ain't trying to judge, but he's got a couple face tattoos. All right, he's caught a couple bodies, man, just boom boom. You know what I'm saying? A couple teardrops on the eye.
He had the gauge. What are they called? The gauges on the ear, with the big old hole the size of that on your ear.
Yeah, the gauges. Yeah.
The gauges, but he didn't have the gauges in, so he just had a huge hole in both ears.
I'll tell you what, I'm bad at gauging a room because we pulled up. It was like barn dominium, mansion, double wide, single wide, and then you had that place. I was like, oh, so the farther you went along the trail there, the less expensive of a house it was. Eventually, we got to the place where I was picking up the drum set, and I'm not kidding. If I'm lying, I'm dying. On Dale Earnhardt, we got up to the window, looked out the window of my truck, and there was a plywood front door. All right, no handle, just push it open and shut. And I looked, I was like, hopefully this ain't the house, but it was matching the address on my phone. So I texted the guy, I was like, hey, we're here. And he walks out, want to be Slim Shady.
Yeah.
And he gets out there, he's like,
Hey,
no
mate. Hey, mate. The drums are. Yeah.
So I'm like, oh man, all right. We walk in the front door, and there is just
the front plywood.
Yeah, the plywood. My bad. The front plywood. But we walk in there, and the floor is just disgusting. I mean, it was just a clear path from the door to every room. It was just piled up on both sides like an avalanche. And but when we walked in, it was just me and Josh and the guy. I was like, all right, cool. I'm looking. I'm like, I'm capable dude, and Josh's pretty capable dude. Yeah. This guy was a burnout. I figured, 2 non-burnouts versus 1 burnout. What? Pretty good odds. Let's get into some Ninja Star moves, But
yeah.
We got back in there, and his room is very
smelly, scary,
interesting. He had some sort of star on his wall, upside down star. I'm assuming that did not mean he was number 1.
Yeah.
But he did not get a gold star. He got a red star. But the only part of that room that was clean was the corner where the drums were at. And I played on them and stuff. And he's kind of like, what do you think about it, man? What do you think about it, man? I was like, it's all right. I like them a lot. And they really
Lane was like, I've seen better drums. No.
But I was like, all right, he's selling these drums for drug money. Has to be. Because, easily $1,500 for the set, or about $1,000 to $1,500, depending on who you buy it from, the set. And he's selling it to me for $350. So, I knew I was getting a good deal, and I was like, all right, man, you take that stool, too, for $350? He goes, yeah, man, I'll take that stool. So, we was like, all right. Well, the room is like, you can barely see each other in this room. It's so dark. It just has like neon lights covering up the room.
There was some kind of smoke in the air too.
Yeah.
No one was smoking, but there was smoke in the air. It's like very foggy in the whole entire house.
Oh yeah, they hotbox that stuff.
Yeah.
Walked in the door.
Yeah. Walked in the plywood.
And we were walking the plywood. Well, and I'm leaving a bunch of stuff out because I don't want to.
We don't want to disturb our viewers.
Yeah,
we want people to leave on a good note.
There was a bunch of stuff in that room. I was like, whoa. Like, I said a prayer over the drums after I bought them. It was bad. But I picked up, because you can't just take a whole drum set off the door first, when one load. Even 2 guys, 3 guys carrying them out there. It's going to take more than one. We entered the house. Me, Josh, and Dude. We exited the house. Me, Josh, Dude, and 8 other guys.
Yeah, they just randomly appeared. They spawned in the house.
They summoned from the green and just the roach-infested waters of the house to come up. I think they thought I was a dealer because I was, I don't dress nice at all. But a guy in a t-shirt and non-ripped jeans, that's the president walking in the room, But and I was like, man, all right, let's I don't like this at all. I don't like this at all. And I'm walking out the front door to take the first load of stuff to the truck, and on the door it says, it's like, if you're going to live here, you have to pay rent. No moochers around here.
Yeah.
So that was interesting. I if you need a place to stay, I'll give you an address. Good people, clean home. But we walk in or walk out and back in, and I look in the corner, and there's a guy with a literal scale. Like, I don't mean like step on the scale and get told you're fat. I'm talking about like scale, like a mechanical scale with a little dial in the middle of it. Bags and looks like squeegees almost. Like he's cutting up whatever drugs he was cutting up.
Yeah.
With squeegees.
Cooking drugs. Looks up at us who he doesn't know and gives us the good old fashioned white guy. Yeah.
Oh, is it up nod or down nod?
His was a cracked out nod.
Like, yeah. Got bite in his shoulder and stuff.
Yeah.
But is it I think up nod for white guys are what's up, and the down nod's like respect.
Yeah.
Like there's a science behind
Hold on. I think guys can talk to other guys without using words, but just with head movement. Like like give me a what's up symbol.
No, I'm just kidding.
Give me like a what's up, like head nod.
What's up, bro?
What's up?
Yeah.
All right, respect.
I respect.
Yeah, respect.
Yeah.
Right, and then you got like did you get a load of this guy?
This guy over here. Yeah.
I see that. And then like somebody's like saying something that you don't believe, you give them the.
You give them the. Oh yeah, sure, yeah. I give you that a lot. Yeah.
Give me the sideways head nod. And then and my favorite one, the making meth.
Yeah.
That's my real favorite one. But yeah, so I see what's going on, and now I'm feeling bad. And I'm like, all right, Josh has no dog in this fight. He's just here for the good vibes.
We forgot about their dog. They had a dog that was missing a leg, and
he was missing a leg.
They probably got really stoned one night and was like, "Help me, that dog's leg over there."
Well, he probably that dog sold its own leg on the black market. Get him some dog nip.
The black lab market.
Got that dog nip. Dude, but I got back in there and I'm at the point of no return. All right, I've handed the guy the cash to this drum set, so I'm not going to leave without it. So I'm like, all right. I mean, if I get stuck with a needle, I get stuck with a needle. I mean, I'm down $350 now. I mean, that's a lot of money from where I'm from. I was like, I'm not leaving without my drums. So we get it back and forth, and every time we come out, more people have
spawned,
congregated into the living room, also known as Crack City.
Everyone knows that 2 p.m. there is time to make the drugs, so everyone has to be present.
Accident. Oops. But it was really odd. Dude, we could have been undercover cops. How easy would it have been like, hey, the guy that we've been trying to bust for the past couple of weeks, he's selling the drums on Marketplace. Hey, Jim Bob, would you like to go pose as a cop or pose as a guy that wants to buy them on Facebook and go check it out? Sure, Daryl. Let's go check it out. And then if your name's Jim Bob or Daryl, it's just random names I made up. All right.
Chase might be watching. He might.
Chase.
He might think something about it. Yeah.
What's up, Chase?
Yeah.
But if we were cops, we would have had suspicions walking in the house, but we straight up, there was no hiding it. The second time, dude was making it on the counter. I don't know if it's meth or it could have been flour. I mean, who am I to judge? Hey, you might be out there measuring your flour in mechanical scales, with cards, putting them in baggies. I mean, if you had time to divide your flour, then go for it, man. But
maybe they all put their money together for that bag of flour, and we're just dividing it up. This is your eighth. This is my eighth. You use it for whatever you want to,
Well, let's say get some ice and a working oven in there. That's gonna be a crappy cake. But You make cake with flour?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe if they needed, they could. Hey man, do you care if we mix flour so we can make something better? You know. Hey man, what are you using your flour for tonight? You know. Well, you also forgot too. You made the mistake of asking him if you played anything, and he got on his guitar.
Oh my gosh, yeah. We had a little concert.
Yeah, and I was Lane was playing the drums, and that guy was playing the guitar. I was looking for a triangle somewhere, but there wasn't.
I saw a guitar. I was like, "Oh man, you play?" Yeah, man, I played for a band for a long time. Here we go. And then Van Halen appears out of the fire, and he's playing this song in front of us, and I'm trying to get out of here. I'm like, this ain't good. The longer I sit here, the more likely I am to get covered in like roaches and bed bugs, and I'm trying to leave. Dude sat here and played his good 3-minute solo.
Yeah, he's enjoying it too because it got the point. He's doing like the head nodding. He's doing the. And Lane's back there just drumming up like, oh yeah.
What's bad, usually like people that's really good at guitar, like I'm talking like metalheads, they got long hair. This guy didn't have hardly any hair, so
and barely any teeth.
Yeah, so when he was headbanging to the song, he was headbanging to the song he was playing. The only thing that was really flopping was his gauges. Like
his little ear gauges
meeting in the middle right here clacking. He had his own tambourine. I know that. In the middle right here, dude. But he was an interesting character. But
I feel like there's something else. Oh yeah, that the guy that was ended up cooking whatever he was cooking told us that he tried to lure us up into because that road.
He didn't try to lure me at all. I was he tried out there, Easter egg hunting.
He more or less was like, if you follow me 100 feet this direction towards the woods, there's a motorcycle engine up there if you're interested. And I was like, I have no business being on a motorcycle. I can barely drive a car. And he was like, oh, come on, man. You need to at least check it out. And so at that point, I was like, well, I do want to see it, but no, I'm just kidding. But Lane luckily came out, and we should not have separated at all.
No.
Like, that was probably the stupidest. Of all that situation, we should not have split in the slightest.
I was in the truck.
You were not. You were not in the truck yet. I promise you. You was inside. You was behind that plywood.
No. I was in the truck, and then you got in the truck, and we're like, "Shoot, that guy want me so motorcycle."
We got in the truck at the same time.
No.
Yeah, for sure.
You did. All right. You know what, Josh?
Because he knows I'm right. He knows I'm right. Yeah.
Cool. He got a car accident today.
Yeah, I can't remember. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's funny how we talked about a crack house longer than we had your actual car accident.
Yeah, we really didn't touch on that. We're still to the point where we start these and we have the idea of what we're going to talk about, and we just very quickly talk about it. And we're like, well, that's 3 minutes of our hour. So, but no, did we even say we was going to put pictures of it? Where are we going to put it?
Oh, let's see.
Right here. Yeah.
Right
we'll put the car accident, my knee boo boo. What else? Was there anything else we needed to?
I mean, no,
If it wasn't a slander thing, we would definitely put a picture of the guy we met at Marketplace up here, which we may still do that. But if we don't, just ignore that because we don't know.
I would just pop up a picture of some random
what we would think the best comparison
Van
to this
Halen.
guy.
We'll put Van Halen right here.
Yeah.
That's what he thought he was, Let's see.
Oh, I forgot about. So the bitter irony of that is last week I got a flat tire coming home with this stupid interstate traffic. So all of y'all that get stuck in that, you know what I'm talking about. It sucks, and it probably will never end. But heading home from work, going through Rocky Top, they got the roadblock for a good 45 minutes. You're waiting, and I got the notification on the car that the tire was low, where I was barely moving. I couldn't feel that it was completely flat. So I got off the Rocky Top exit and pulled over, and the tire was completely flat. And by the time I could do something about it, everything was closed to get a new tire. So we just kind of had to wait the next day. Well, we spent the time to get the tire on, get new lug nuts. Shout out to Babe for going and getting all that and dealing with that. But Chase, thanks for giving me a headache while dealing with that.
Josh.
What?
He ended up. So my birth. This was the day before my birthday. I turned 24, and
oh yeah, happy late birthday! Yeah. We was gonna film last week for your birthday, but we didn't get to. But so yeah, this is your birthday episode. Happy birthday!
Woo.
Yeah.
Go me. Josh called me and was like, where you at? And I said, I'm over here in Knoxville because I work in Knoxville. My mom and dad's gonna take me out to eat tonight. They got dinner reservations like half an hour. What's up? He's like, I'm on the side of the road and I can't get this wheel and tire off because, you know what, I'll save that for here in a minute. But, I can't wait. But, so, I'm like, all right, well, the reservations mom and dad made, are kind of got to go because it's one of my favorite restaurants, Bizarro's. That's how you pronounce it. It's like a all-you-can-eat meat place. I'm a meat eater. Love it.
You're very, very in. Yeah. We'll just leave that of that. Just continue.
But I
just enjoys eating meat
because mom just said I didn't want really like to cancel on them because they did all this. So I told Josh like, well, I said continue trying to get it off. If you can't, then I'll swing back by on the way through. I could have been doing anything else and I would have stopped what I was doing and gone. But that was just a dire situation. But we went and ate and had a good time. Be honest, man, completely forgot that you was on the side of the road.
Yeah.
I mean, I was hanging out. I did, dude. I did, and I was like, I'm sitting there talking. We sitting there just shooting a breeze for 30 minutes after we got done eating. I was like, oh, we gotta go. Well, about 4 hours just went by, and Josh is on the side of the road, about 30 miles from where I was at, and I drive to him. Traffic jam and stuff. I mean, I went back roads. I mean, stopped and actually went to the bathroom, got me a drink. This is all true. And pulled up, and Josh is like shaking. He's so aggravated because he can't get this wheel and tire off. And I'm like, okay. And I leaned down to the monstrosity of an attempt. Josh I've seen people round bolts and nuts off. He rounded that thing off to a perfect circle. I have never seen more.
I'm skilled like that,
metal shrapnel. Josh like, that's probably a 17 millimeter lug nut right there. This 24 ought to do. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, it's bad. So I figured, all right, well, I probably can just get a smaller socket and hammer it on there. It'll ruin the lug nut, but it'll get it off. And sure enough, 5 minutes, I had it off, had the wheel and tire off. Josh was like, awesome, thank God, got everything. Oh, hold on. No, we borrowed a jack. Hey, Raven's parents, by the way, let's talk about that jack you leant over, okay? That thing leaks hydraulic fluid, all right? Okay, it's dark, all right? The hydraulic fluid was dark. It was on asphalt. I couldn't see what was in it. Now, I couldn't see what was on the ground. I laid my head and hair, both of them. It's not a toupee. But
two separate things.
Yeah.
It may not have leaked before Chase and Josh got a hold of it.
Yeah, it might not have leaked. We don't know. One of them might have tampered with it. But
Chase. No, just kidding. No, I will say thanks for Chase for coming out and helping with that. I was very frustrated that day because I just had a long week, so I was not the nicest person, but thank you for coming and helping.
I laid my head down in that hydraulic fluid, and I couldn't get my head. I was like, man, why am I sweating so bad? And it's just on my left side of my head, too, of all things. And I was like, that gun. All right, well, I raised my head up, and it's like my hair got slicked back by, like, the grease of, like, the 60s. I mean, just literally, my hair was just so greasy. Like, oh, my gosh. I pulled my hand across my hair, and it was just covered in oil. So that made me mad. So I got all that done and got them out of the way. Well, my service truck is a single cab Silverado. No back seats. Just a party bench in the front. 3 in the front. So me and Josh and Raven packed in there like sardines driving all the way back home. All good, The next day, Josh gets a wheel and tire for that car. I go back and I put it on. All right? We spent a lot of man hours in this situation.
Can I quickly add? That day was also bad because it was a Friday and I dropped somebody's keys into some water and mud and lost them. So that was fun because he had to go get a key fob, come and get made for him so he can even leave. So that was already a stressful part of that day. And we went back and fixed the tire, but the key situation got fixed. So at the time, I didn't know if I was going to have to pay for that or not, but shout out to my work for taking care of that.
Yeah, you'll have that.
Yeah.
And we spent all that time on that wheel and tire, putting it on, and then Josh decided to remove it forcefully today.
No, yeah, not
with the guardrail.
Yeah, you know what? I think it's fun. I don't think the tire itself got flat. I think it just completely came off. Like lug nuts, tire, wheel, every part of the driver's side of my car in the front was just completely non-existent. It was gone. And on the other side of the barricade that I hit.
Yeah.
Had two other flat tires. There's only one tire that didn't get destroyed out of that.
This is our second podcast.
Number two, yeah.
And, this is both. So far, we have shown in each podcast either a video or picture of you wrecking.
Yeah.
Well, that's one of the
2 for 2. Hopefully, next week there won't be a third one to talk about. There is another one we can talk. We'll talk about my other wreck next week. So check in for that.
You're having another wreck?
I've already had the other wreck. Involves the concrete truck.
Why don't you talk about it? Why go wait for it next week?
Because I got it. Yeah, I probably shouldn't make a habit of having one every episode. So we'll talk about that one too in a minute. But yeah, I'll go and talk about it now.
Your insurance is going to be high.
Yeah.
Real high.
Yeah, it has been. Yeah.
You're going to be riding around on horseback,
Yeah.
It's going to be... Talk about farmers market, or what's that called? What's that Farm Bureau?
Yeah.
You need the real Farm Bureau, But dude, you've wrecked. Let's see here.
That's just 3. It's just 3. You ain't gotta count. It's just the 3.
No, well, I'm just thinking like you and Raven. Go ahead and tell that. Sorry. Yeah.
I mean, there wasn't much to that one. It's just there was a concrete truck pulling into its parking lot, and I guess it's a Saturday. I wouldn't think no concrete people would be working on a Saturday, but we couldn't see their turn signal because it was covered in like concrete dust and everything and mud. And by the time like we realized what they were doing, they just kind of like bowed up and stopped in the road. So Raven was driving and we smacked into him. And I think the what's it called? Rear view mirror? Yeah, the rear view mirror like came off and hit Raven in the head. She had a big old bruise on her thigh. She had, a few glass cuts here and there. She ended up finding out she had a broken rib. Me, on the other hand, I just had some glass in my hand and broke the top of my foot, which luckily that only kept me off of it for just a few days. But we'll put all the damages and stuff for that right here. Right there. Yeah. But yeah, that's the only 3. Which actually, I'm glad you brought up the 4-wheeler wreck because I hadn't seen that video because I try to forget about that day. But I hadn't seen that video in so long, and I realized the shirt I was wearing on the first episode was the shirt that I was wearing when I wrecked. So if you go back, if you haven't already watched the first episode, I don't know why you're sitting here watching the second one when you haven't watched the first one.
What are you doing, bro?
Yeah. You got to stay in order. Yeah, go back.
You're a fake fan.
Yeah, you're not a COD. You'll never be a COD with that attitude. But yeah, like as I was sitting there talking about that shirt, I never wear that shirt. I used to do those breakout games all the time, so I bought a shirt for it, and I've gained some pounds since then. I try not to wear the shirts that I feel what would be the word, insecure in, and so I think that's about the only shirt I had good and clean last week, so I put it on and I watched. I'm a COD, so I watched the first episode, even though I already had acted. Would it be acted? Recorded the first episode? I don't know. But the shirt I was wearing last episode was the one I wrecked in on the 4-wheeler. Figured I'd bring that up.
Yeah. Hey, I'll tell you what. If any insurance company out here wants to sponsor my boy here,
Yeah.
I'm just sitting here thinking like Raven.
Oh, Raven's.
And you have totaled a vehicle in the last 3 months. Both of you have totaled a vehicle.
Yeah.
I mean, not to mention you're 23, she's 24.
Yeah.
In the eyes of the law and insurance, they're going to be like them young, basically young adults don't know how to drive, texting on them fancy calculators down the road.
Raven's a card magnet with stuff like curbs. She loves hitting them.
Yeah.
Guardrails. She's hit at one or two.
I've got a future sister-in-law. Her nickname is Curb Destroyer. I mean, curb mailboxes or anything. I tell you what, folks, And this is from coast to coast, South Carolina, all the way to California. If your mailbox has got hit, it might have been, it probably was my sister-in-law. Just to let you know. Oh, man.
Oh, we froze.
I just saw that the video stopped.
Yeah.
Stay tuned. Welcome back, everybody.
I'm ready, yeah.
Sorry. Battery went dead on the camera. We got to figure something out about that.
Yeah, that'll happen every episode. So everyone knows that's the time to go, do whatever.
I muted my mic. Brother. All right, it's fixed.
Okay, you good now?
Yeah, we good. We good. All right. So we're going to go into some questions now because I feel like we just handed out a bunch of stories. Have you told them about your surgery?
No.
Yeah. Josh is getting his car seat surgically removed between his butt cheeks.
Yeah.
He took it with him when he wrecked today.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm laughing harder at my own jokes than you all are. It's okay.
We just heard him before, yeah.
It's like you heard it before already. Maybe this is take 2 or something. We had to redo.
Yeah.
All right, what we doing? You got any questions?
Yeah, actually. So, I'm just going to be straightforward. I think Jelly Roll is overrated.
You take that back.
You like Jelly Roll? I mean, he's all right, but Have
you heard Eminem and Jelly Roll sing?
Yeah, you have to like it because Eminem's in it.
Eminem is my favorite rapper.
But I don't know, there's only so much someone can sing about being in jail and getting out. You know what I mean?
I gotta find it.
I'm all for a redemption story. Don't get me wrong, but at some point, someone's gonna hear a new song in the year 2035 about him getting out of jail, and everyone's like, "Yeah, we've heard that quite a few times by now."
Nope, that wasn't it.
Jelly Rolling a different way with that one. But no,
oh my God. Somebody save me.
Yeah,
Eminem Jelly Roll sang that.
Yeah, I heard that.
And it's a good song because it talks about him basically giving up drugs for his family.
Yeah, I get
that. You know what? This guy should just stay on drugs because I don't like him.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, Jelly Roll is 100% not overrated.
I don't know, dude. It's
why don't you like him?
It's like I said, I'm all for a redemption story, and I'm glad he's done what he's done. But I don't know, if he's listening. He's trying to play Get Low, but it's gonna be 10 years from now, and he's gonna be singing getting out of jail. I was on drugs, and it's we've heard that.
All right, yeah. All producers and singers, and what?
I was gonna say we met his uncle.
Oh yeah, we met his uncle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we met his uncle at a hospital. This dead serious. And so I hope you can keep that same attitude when we have his uncle on the pod.
Yeah, that would be crazy.
You're like, hey, Jelly Roll's uncle. I don't like
Uncle
your
Jelly.
nephew, Uncle Jelly.
Yeah.
Jellyfish, if you will.
Yeah.
But I don't like your nepson, whatever.
Nepson. Yeah. No, I don't know. I mean, again, he's not the worst, but
There's a strict no fun zone.
No,
all right, you can't have fun in here.
Well, I mean, I know it's been the talk of the town. Next week, we'll get this posted soon. Next week, Morgan Wallen's new album, 37 songs. What do you think about that?
Listen, all you old timers, Johnny Cash is not the only country singer that's good. Okay, I'm not saying he's bad. Okay, that's just my opinion. I love anything from Hank Williams to Johnny Cash. I like Chris. I mean, I like Chris Stapleton.
Brad Paisley.
No. I mean, I support his music and stuff. I like his music, but he got too political. You don't. To me, I ain't gonna get political, but to me, you don't stomp on your crowd. Your audience. You don't stomp on their
unless you're Kendrick Lamar.
But
you heard about that? Kendrick Lamar had a concert and everybody, there's people died at it, right? Because of people stomping on people or something.
Travis Scott.
Yeah. Oh, Travis Scott. Sorry, Kendrick.
Yeah, but no, Morgan Wallen. So with me, I've seen him live, and my dad. Oh my gosh! Have we not mentioned Dad driving Hardy?
Yeah, well, that's why I was going into
gosh.
that.
But yeah, Morgan Wallen to me is, he's not put out there's not one song that he's put out that I do not like. Everything he's put out is good. It's catchy. It's, it might describe a story. It might be describing a good time. It might be just going through a breakup. Whatever.
Yeah,
cool.
throwing a chair off the balcony.
Right now, yeah, throwing a chair off the top of the balcony. But right now, that's what's popular in country music. Okay, back in your day, let's see here. Let me think of a old man name.
Herbert.
Yeah. All right, Harold. Okay. Back
All
in
the
your
H's.
Day, no, all the what?
All the H's.
Oh, I thought you said something else. But
No.
but back in your day, all the topics of country music was my wife left me, my dog died, I went to prison, yeehaw, yeehaw. I went to war. But now
Chattahoochee.
Yeah. Tell what that muddy water means to me. All right, but now it's about trucks.
Beer.
Yeah, beer.
Biscuits. No, it's good.
Biscuits, gravy.
Mud.
Austin 316.
Yeah. What?
But that's just that he's good for now. He's good for right now, and I like him. And Hardy's the same way. But I don't really. There's only a couple country singers I just don't like.
I don't know. Country's went from more of country to redneck. Like, there's a difference between that. You can be country, you can be redneck.
Yeah.
And I think most people are going with the redneck, persona now. And now Morgan Wallen, 30. That's a lot of song. That's 2.5 hours of album.
I actually listened to his podcast the other day, and he was
He
talking.
has his own podcast.
Well, no, he was on Theo Vaughn's podcast, and he was talking about how he's trying to make the songs more his style, because his label just ruined a bunch of his take on things. So he was trying to do a new look on style on this. But but while we're on the subject, Hardy, not the fast food chain that you like.
Yeah.
Hardy, Morgan Wallen's basically.
Hardy will be in the country music business as long as Morgan Wallen's around.
Yeah.
Hardy can do whatever, and Morgan will just call and be like, "Come on now." Yeah. He didn't.
Come on now.
Yeah.
But
then Hardy's probably like, "Sorry, Morgan." I don't know. I don't know what Hardy sounds like. Yeah.
I think that's what he sounds like. But anyways.
Yeah. Sorry, Hardy.
Before he was real big, he come to Brimstone. But he was still very popular. I mean, anybody with over 100 followers on Instagram is popular around here. But dude comes up to the house here and does a concert. But it's on top of the four-wheeler trails on the mountain. And my dad helped my mom do some things for the venue, and they were like, "Hey, Brandon, would you like to run up on the mountain, run Hardy and his band up there?" And Dad's like, "Sure." Dad don't know.
He's like, "Sure."
Who he is.
Who's Hardy?
Yeah, he don't know who Hardy is. He's thinking, all right, sausage cheese biscuit, sweet tea, hash browns, Austin 316.
What?
Shot her both like, what? What's that even mean?
Yeah, they're uncultured.
Yeah, uncultured swine back here. What's swine? Is swine a bird or a pig?
That's it.
I think it's pig.
Yeah.
I thought it was a bird. You made fun of me for the name of the bird, mister.
And we're back.
Yeah.
But Dad says, he goes, he gets in. This is just all hearsay. Dad tells me exactly how this goes down. Dad pulls up in this van, and Hardy and his band flock get in it with him, and they leave. And Dad's a very straightforward kind of guy. He does not hold back anything he ever says. He just does not sugarcoat anything. Dad's got one arm on the wheel. He's driving down the road. Looks in the mirror. He's like, "So Hardy, I heard you're a singer." "Well, that's right. I'm a singer." "Yeah, that's right. That's me." "All right, let's hear something."
And then Hardy right there was like, "I woke up in my."
And Hardy's like, he goes, he said, "Oh, I can't do that. I get embarrassed." Dad. This dad, he's talking to Hardy now. He said, "Oh, come on. You're doing it in front of 50,000 people. Can't do it in front of me. Come on, let's hear something." "I don't believe you. I don't believe you can sing." I'm like, dude.
That's what ruined Hardy's country music career, and that's why he's getting into screamos.
Hey, man, his screamo stuff's awesome. It's rock, alternative rock.
I like the country better.
just disagreeing.
Yeah.
Dill pickle over here today, man. All right.
Hey, there's photo proof.
Yeah. If they probably don't believe us, that sounds far fetched.
That's fine. That's fine. There's a picture. Where we're gonna pop that picture up, a dad.
Hardy dad, and that other random guy whose name we don't know. We're gonna put it right here, right there. Yeah,
right up top.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
That's another thing. Like, we say that, but the last episode, over half the stuff took over the whole screen to the point where we was pointing. Like, he wasn't even pointing no more because the whole screen was just covered. So, like, I thought when we did that, it would stay in between us. But it just takes up the whole screen just so it'd show better.
If it's a video, then I'll put it'll take up the whole screen with the picture.
But your dad, Hardy, and random guy, will they fit right there?
Yeah, they'll fit. Let's see here. Right
in here. We'll keep it in.
Right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, right in there. Something like that. I can't point. But yeah, that's pretty cool.
Obviously I didn't go to that, but from the sounds of it, there's like 13 people there listening to him. That's crazy that 13 people were just in front of him and like probably didn't care, honestly.
What are you talking about?
When Hardy went up to Brimstone.
I thought he had a bunch.
I was told like just a few people was there. So my bad. I was
sorry, Hardy.
Yeah, sorry, Hardy. We low key been dissing him this whole time. At least I have. I love Hardy. I think he's cool. We seen a guy.
You fooled me, bro.
No. We seen remember that guy we seen at the Mud Bogs that literally, I don't care what he said, he was trying to be Hardy. He had the hair. You remember him? That was that same time we met Snort.
Oh yeah. We need Snort. That's good. That's a good guy. That's a good guy. Snort. Yeah, that's a nickname.
Dude, you got a picture of Snort. We can put it right here.
Hey, we can put a picture of him right here. Yeah. That's on Snort. Ain't no way that dude's listening. He ain't never seen a cell phone. But yeah, we was at that mud bog thing, and dude just he's bumming cigarettes, money, lighters, lighters. Off everybody. He's walking around. He's definitely feeling it. He's been under the influence, and I was like, all right.
That was probably Saturday night. He's been under the influence since Tuesday.
He just looks. I don't know this guy from nothing, but he just looks rough. I'm like, all right, hey man, you want a picture? He's like, yeah, I'll take a picture. Come on, let's take a picture. And then he run off. So that picture that you just saw, it took about 3 seconds, and that was it. That was the first and last time I ever saw him. So
he made it interesting though. Those mud bogs, they're fun, but it's like, something cool happened. Now let's take 30 minutes to clean this up before something else cool happens. Yeah. So there's a lot of downtime during that.
Yeah. But you're so upset about the mud bogs that you started your own demolition derby.
Yeah, I did. I had to show them how it's done. That mud bogs. You care if we put you care if we put your yeah. So babe did the thing. They do a thing at the
babe.
Sorry. My wife. No, they do a thing at the end where they don't let guys do that. I wonder why. You think it's just because a fight would happen? There's more of a chance of the girls getting into it than guys getting into it running across that.
I'll tell you what, they don't know what you're talking about yet. So you're going
well, yeah, I feel. But they do a thing at the end when all cars have gone through. They let all the girls, women, whatever, start and run across, and whoever finishes and gets the other side first got how much was it, like $50, something like that. Well, yeah. You had Raven.
Good firm handshake.
You had Raven like looking fine as always, and just got her hair done. Everything like that. She's sprinting. She's probably had the lead, honestly. And again, in the video, which we'll show you where you can find that here in a minute. She's running. She's in the lead. Boom! Face plants. She gets up and she takes a few more steps. Boom! Falls on her knees. She ends up catching up. She gets on like second or third place, and it gets to the point the mud's just so deep that she can't move anymore, and she finally, I guess, calls it. I really was counting on that $50. We could have give Snort some. Could have gave Snort a little bit, but
bought him another Snort, maybe.
Yeah, but yeah, we'll have the video and picture of that. We'll put it right here.
Oh man, I missed out that right here.
Yeah, right here, right there. Yeah.
Raven! Go! Come on, Raven! Come on. Go, Raven! Go!
I don't know why we pointed at the video. It's going to take up the whole screen.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be... Here. You're not going to see us no more when this is happening. Right. Unless we can put ourselves at the... No, I'm just kidding. We're not going to do that. But we was talking about Morgan Wallen, Hardy... got the snort. They all tie together.
I asked you a question. I said I was going to ask you one. You said I got a question for you.
Oh, what's your question?
Let's talk about how bad I hate Jelly Roll. But
Oh yeah.
all right, let's just see what we find.
You ain't got a question. You
I
said,
did. Well, that has been overruled.
Oh, okay.
But let's see here. What's one thing that annoys you the most?
Cockiness.
Arrogance.
Yeah. Cockiness, arrogance, whatever. Of like, oh, the rules don't apply to me. What?
Who are you talking about? Huh?
I mean, there's plenty. If the shoe fits, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Cheyenne has given me a serious death stare.
I mean, take it for what it is, you know.
I ain't taking nothing.
Yeah. I don't know.
Nothing. Cheyenne just like I'm the one that needs to be. What?
Oh, we're good. Okay. No, I don't know. Like, no one. There's nothing. You're not gaining nothing by acting like that. You're only making people laugh about you behind your back.
I don't know. It's just, to me, that just ain't worth mine. It ain't worth. You just.
I try to avoid it. I'm not I'm not just somebody who just goes around picking fights. But like, in situations like that, they do something that's like, you just want to laugh and be like, you feel good about that? Yeah, What are you doing?
I'm looking at questions because I had a bunch of questions lined up that went along with my first one, but they've been overruled because they were stupid.
They were too controversial.
No. Let's see here. No. Let's talk about this. You're a man.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
You got man DNA.
Okay.
Okay? You like man stuff. Okay?
Depends.
Not men's. He don't like men's. He likes.
Dude,
What do you got to say about that?
Well, we forgot after we went and got your drums.
Oh my gosh! Yes. Raven texts you.
I asked her if she wanted to start with.
But it's like, first of all, you said it kind of feminine too. Anyways, because you were like, "Can we stop by Starbucks on the way?"
Starbucks. Did I give the hand flip Starbucks?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've been to Starbucks twice, and one of them was after Cheyenne broke her ankle on top of the mountain.
You've been there more than twice.
I know.
You confidently ordered what you ordered.
3 times. I did get that guy. I'll tell you what, that caramel ribbon crunch.
It was good.
Smacking.
It was good. I'll give it that.
But we pull up to the window, and Raven, of course, don't know what she wants, and I was like, all right. Josh's on the phone with Raven, texting and calling, and Raven finally comes back with it, right? And I can say things like coffee or large coffee. Then we'll be getting a little crazy if I say add whipped cream. No, not Raven Brummett. Raven's like, I want a large caramel ice macchiato, over easy, medium rare, a grande. Okay, what's the deal with the cup size? The grande, venti, and tall. Yeah, that's just dumb. Small, medium, large, dude. You didn't have to make it. You didn't have to do none of that. But
you gotta be bougie about it. You gotta be bougie
because it literally. Do you have the? Don't you have the text still?
Yeah. I can pull the.
Yeah, pull the text up. We'll just read this out. And I had to say this. Me, a non-Starbucks connoisseur here, I had to go back and be
She wanted a venti strawberry acai, light ice, add sweet cream, cold foam. So at that point, they said, you want that mixed with milk or...
Almond milk.
No, almond milk, lemonade, or coconut water. Yeah. And so at that point, I had to be like...
Well, I looked back at Josh with cross eyes. I was like, what's that mean? Yeah. And so Josh's like, hold on a second. Boop, 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 boop. Hey, baby. Like taking his ever-loving sweet time. And I just had to go.
What was it that you wanted?
I looked at the window and I looked at the speaker and I said, I'm going to need him in a second. And then a different voice come over. It was not the same one we started with, and we heard, okay, take your time. I was like, what happened here? Well, I finally get the answer. I don't remember what it was now. But, what was it?
Lemonade.
Lemonade. Yeah, it was lemonade. And then so I understand the scene looks funny. 2, wide-shoulder dudes. Both wearing hats like this, too. That's what's really funny. We both...
We wasn't rocking the... we should have just.
We should have just.
That would have confirmed that we're cool.
Yeah, real cool.
But
but we pulled up to the window and I know it looked bad.
Yeah. No.
I mean, two dudes.
Why can't two dudes just go get a drink?
A coffee, a Starbucks coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it had something to do with the cold foam. I want whatever that was. I think just it sounded feminine.
Yeah.
And then I leaned up and was like, "Can I have a caramel ribbon crunch, please? Whatever large means here." And they're like, "Venti? Is that large?"
Yeah.
You know it is.
Is
Yeah.
it? No, I did.
You've
not
been
know.
there more than.
I've been there 3 times in my entire life.
There was 2 before we finally got the 3 out of you.
But then the third one just happened to go back to my mind.
Yeah, it
but-
did so happen. Yeah.
So, you're gonna have to hold my mic. No, actually, because I have to have 2 hands.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to hold my mic in front of me here.
Okay.
All right. Actually, no, I'll just mute my mic and then I'll use yours. Okay. All right. Hold my mic in front of me. So, all right. Here we go. All right. So you're going to make a huge decision, a massive decision, one that's going to affect everybody in the Starbucks line. Okay. You are going to select one of these options, and he spins this iPad around to me, and it's a tip screen. It says it's like, all right, you got 3 things to choose from, to tip or not to tip. The no tip button, by the way, is like, this big. It's like, it's little bitty. All the others, they're this big. It's easy to hit. And it was like, you can tip anywhere from 20 to 80%. I was like, oh my gosh, dude. I said, this is like absolutely phenomenal performance. You're getting 100% tip here, man. Whatever. I clicked whatever.
Oh,
And dude,
what? You gave him $2.
$2 he earned it. Okay. Well, he took the thing. He was pretty cool. He was pretty snazzy, actually. But he dropped it. This dude was definitely not a Republican voter. Yeah. But he dropped it from his thing and swung it around like a baseball bat. He's like, all right, I'll be back with your food. And apparently... Drink. But apparently dude is like, had sense that I didn't like what I was looking at or seeing or listening to. And we had a actual, a girl that came up to the window to me and was like, thank you for your day. Have a nice day. And shut the window back. So I don't know what's going on in there at Starbucks right there, dude. But I mean, it's just a bad experience altogether. But whoever you are, Johnny Rainbow, you had a great performance and you keep up what you're doing, man. But I won't be going back to Starbucks no more. Yeah.
You good?
Yeah. Here we go now. It just the whole interaction was just crazy.
Well, you also he hit us with the something to sound.
Oh, dude, I forgot. Yeah, he goes, let me show you something. I can't do it. But it was just crazy. I didn't know who I was talking to.
He said something. He said,
what if it was Snort? Snort actually made it to a Starbucks and got hired. And dude he's working
hey,
there
dude,
now.
anything to get the snort, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
But no, it's because he also said the real question, receipt or not to receipt. And then he was like, the only thing receding is my hairline. And I was like, yeah, same, I felt that. But no, as you mentioned like the...
this guy was like 35, by the way. Like he wasn't like 18. Like he was like 35, 40. I mean, it was like a kid doing this. He was a grown man.
It's one of those things you're talking about, like, because it happens. It's strictly Taco Bell, and there's the Crystals in Clinton that does this. It's like it'll be like, "Hi, welcome to Crystals. What can we get you for today?" And then you're like, "Can I get the blah blah blah?" And it's like, "Yeah, honey, we can get that for you." And it's like, what happened to that first voice? Like, what the,
Well, I know McDonald's does that. Like in Knoxville, it's like, "Hi, will you be using the mobile app?" And you'll be like, "No." But Taco Bell actually, I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Straight up,
Taco Bell's
your
like,
whole order.
it'd be like, "Hi." No, that one's like, "Hi, what can we get you today?" And then it's like, "Sure, pull up."
Yeah, but Wendy's is like,
Wendy's is full blown like, it's like, can I get a large Coke? Yes. Is there anything else? No. Would you like to try the blah blah blah? No.
Would you like to donate $5 to Boys and Girls Club? No.
It's like, it's always too, Taco Bell specifically is like, would you like to donate for school education? Like, Yeah, make sure that goes to some number 2 pencils. You know what I mean? Like, what do you mean? Like, what?
I have you know, I round up every single. When they ask me, like, would you like to round up to help students' education? I always do.
Oh, good.
You know,
Well, you're the reason they're still going. You know.
Yeah, because I went to Taco Bell. I bet you once a week, every week for the past 2 years. And if I rounded up every single time, if I added up, I might have bought somebody half of an iPad. So
Half an iPad.
I mean, if everybody does that, then we can eventually get up to one iPad.
Everybody praise Lane for his work in the school education.
Round of applause. Round of applause. Everybody, good job. Good job. Very good. Very good.
No, dude, it's just fast food is just so weird now. Like they have people hired to do that, like to take the orders. Why is there AI doing it?
Yeah, I know. Like they were like, it's gonna take our jobs. Well, don't put them in there. I would 100%. Like I know earlier I was making fun of old people, but I don't mean that. Yeah, I like old people, but I just
sorry, Hubert.
Yeah, sorry, Hubert and Harold, but I just to me, I'm old fashioned in that way. I guess it's mom and dad coming out of it. I want to talk to a person when I'm ordering. All right. My radio in my vehicle, I don't want to control my air conditioner with a touchscreen. I want the knobs. I want the physical knobs I can turn up and down. Makes you feel like I'm in control. All right. I don't want a computer telling me what. I don't know. I'm just old fashioned in that way. Yeah. You know? Bring back the actual workers.
Yeah. You know, change just sucks. I mean, like you said, you just want it the way it used to be. Right. McDonald's. Where's Ronald? Where has he been? You know what I mean? Like, that's the whole concept of McDonald's. You had Ronald. You had Grimace, the Hamburglar. Did we mention the McDonald's drive-through the last episode where the guy drove through the McDonald's?
Yeah.
Well, did we put it? I don't think we put a picture. We'll put a picture right here.
Is there a picture?
Yeah. People. Oh yeah. You know, there's definitely a picture.
A picture? No, is there a picture of that?
Yeah, the truck going through the drive-through, or through the middle. Half truck is outside, half truck is inside McDonald's, right where the drink dispensers were.
Yeah, I know, but he probably got tired of hearing that. Okay, listen, if you work at McDonald's, let's talk. All right, let's talk. Yeah. How come when I order a quarter pounder, it shuts the whole restaurant down? Huh? I'll pull up. All right, it's not like I say, hey, I need the Hope Diamond placed on my tray, please. No, I say the words, hey, I want a number 3, no onions, sweet tea to drink. Shuts the entire project down. Shuts everybody down because I pull up to the window, give them my money. You have no trouble taking that. You know, that's instantaneous. You know, oh, give me that. Give me the cash. Give me the cash. Thank you. Next window, get your food. And get up to the window, and they hand you a drink with a smile. I know that's just a drink. Can you pull up to the next bay while you bring your food out?
The first 6 pull-up spots are filled, so you may have to just double park.
I'm so sick and tired of this. Like, if you don't have my food ready, all right, I will sit at the window, and I know what you're all. I know. Don't think you're pulling a slick one on me. I know what's actually happened. You got a timer at the window that tells corporate how long somebody takes to get their food served to them. You ain't fooling nobody. All right. All right, you're pulling me into a parking spot. I still ain't been served. All right, and you know what? At the end of the day, it don't really cost me no more time because I don't really care. I'm 2 minutes extra, whatever. But it's the principle of the matter of you trying to tell just serve. I would rather wait in line longer than pull into a parking spot and you bring it to me. Like it makes no sense to me. Like you're not saving any time.
Here's what's going to happen the next time Lane goes. It's going to be, can you pull up for me? Of course I can. Is this one okay? Okay. I'm going to go do that.
I'm going to drive through the other window. You know? We'll make 2 drive-throughs for this thing. That guy probably got tired of hearing that. And he's like, all right, this is it. Yeah, what would they do? That's a good point, Shy. What if they just look at you and just went, can you pull up? And I went, no.
Someone's done that before.
Well, then what? That's what Ronald's for. Hey, that's what Grimace and Ronald's for. They come out of the closet with baseball bats. You know, like, get out of my play place. I laugh harder at my jokes than you guys do.
Well, that was good. I mean, I don't know.
Well, then laugh.
But no, like, I for real, like, why'd they change all that? Why is Ronald and them not there no more? Is it because the clowns and
everything's gotten less colorful, dude? I mean, literally everything. Like McDonald's, like look at like McDonald's back then and now. Yeah. Look at everything. Like everything's turned to base colors. Like you don't have like all the vibrant, pretty. Like kids' toys are even like kind of like like yellow stained green, like these walls are.
Well, there's that one like we see in Walmart. It's like a toilet or what's that? The kids Like it's like a toilet, and you like do something with it.
I would imagine.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Crap in it.
Yeah.
Remember the sayings that they say? Or
I don't know. I thought we talked about that one time, but never mind.
I have no idea what you're talking about, bro. I bought my kid a toilet today for their birthday.
Porcelain and everything. No, that's good. But
What else you got?
there was something. You don't like Karate Kid, do you?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I like the original Mr. Miyagi and all that stuff,
What?
but I don't like the. I should be honest. I don't like the Will Smith son version as good. I
Yeah.
like the old one.
Well, but you like Jackie Chan though.
Who? Yo, Jackie Chan.
Yeah. So, Karate Kid, new movie is Daniel LaRusso, which is Ralph Macchio from the original one, teaming up with Jackie Chan, who was in the Jaden Smith Karate Kid, and they're teaching the kid. It looks good. Have you seen the trailer for it?
I have, but I can't remember the movie name now. There was a movie that was coming out that I was excited for.
There's Happy Gilmore 2 for all those golf people.
I'm surprised they were making that because I mean, everybody figured everybody got too soft now to actually enjoy that humor.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna look up. All right, yeah, all right. So sorry, go ahead with the movie.
Oh, that was. I just seen if you.
Oh, I mean,
I was trying to think of
I'm down to
anything.
watch it.
Yeah.
I'm
We
ready
watched.
on Toy Story like 7. I want to see Fast and Furious 11. All right,
Yeah.
you know, I want to see what that one.
I've seen it firsthand today. You know.
Donatello's going to be on the moon. Or,
Yeah. Donatello.
What's that guy's name?
Uh,
What's that guy's actual name in the movie?
uh,
Dom Vitello? No.
Dom.
Dom. Is his last name not like something like Vitello?
I just know the your family Dom or something like that. I've seen the memes, so I don't think I've watched a single Fast and Furious movie. I really don't.
There's pick from the 10.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Next one's gonna be on the moon.
Really?
No.
No. Well, I reckon there's Tom Cruise is going to the moon for a movie, isn't he? Or going to space for a movie.
No, Tom Cruise doesn't believe. He don't believe. I thought he didn't believe in space.
He's Tom Cruise. That's the only movie we watched in theaters was Top Gun Maverick.
I don't make stuff up. I ain't making nothing up.
He was like
So he's a Scientologist. He don't believe in God. So if he don't believe in,
Scientologists not like super into science. They would absolutely believe in
Oh, well.
space.
Sorry, Tom.
yeah, sorry, Mr. Cruise. I wasn't on cruise control right there. My bad.
Yeah, I was earlier too. Yeah. But all right, what you got? What you got for me?
All right. I was wanting to know this. I asked somebody this at work the other day, and they did not give me a very good answer. If you could, okay, this says have dinner, but we'll say meet anybody, and it can't be like, I mean, it can be anybody. If you can meet any 3 people, dead or alive, ever, and you get like a day apiece, who's the 3 that you're going to meet?
Chris Farley, dude. I love Chris Farley.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay, Tommy Boy. All right.
Yeah. I don't. Adam Sandler.
Okay.
I want to meet the Sandman. You know. And 3. Who you got? Anybody in mind that I'm thinking of? I don't know. Sandler, Chris Farley, and that's about it for now. Well, who you got? And I'll think of my 3rd.
Number 1. Yeah. Number 1, I'm picking, okay, physically meet
Yeah, that's
Jesus. Because that's the good answer.
yeah.
But that's number 1.
Yeah, it is a good answer.
What a sinner.
Josh, I want
Good answer.
Yeah, Josh about did today. He tried his best. but probably, yeah, definitely. It'd be just cool to see. You know, he'd be like, you know, like seeing him physically. I go, oh my gosh, sidetrack for a second. I gotta tell you about this dream I had. I told Shy about it. So I dreamed that happened. Oh my gosh, we live in the Matrix. But I dreamed that this actually happened one time. My dream was that I had a time machine. I went back and I like parked it outside of Jerusalem. so I got out of it and walked up, and Jesus was like preaching to like a crowd of people. and this is all a dream. Obviously, this didn't really happen, but I guess the time machine come with biblical robes because that's what I was wearing.
Wearing the sandals too.
Yeah. I got my Hey Moses on, and I walked up and I'm listening to Jesus preach, and it was in another language because if people don't realize, Jesus it wasn't English, okay? It was, well, actually, I don't know what that is. It
Not English.
No.
yeah, it'd be Greek, Roman, or something like that. I don't know, but Hebrew.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
Hebrew.
what it was.
He was preaching in an unknown language to me, and I couldn't understand any of it, but I could understand that everybody was listening. And he was like, without a lack of a better word to substitute his language, it was blah 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 blah, and he stopped, and he turned, his eyes got real big and fierce, and just turned and looked at me in the crowd and said, in plain English, "You're not supposed to be here," and then went back to preaching in Hebrew, and I woke up. That was scary.
There's also somebody else that has had that exact same dream
Who?
on TikTok.
Oh my gosh. Maybe we're brothers.
Yeah.
Or brother, sister. But if it's a girl. But
Somebody posted it.
but yeah, that's pretty freaky, pretty crazy dream. But number two,
Yeah.
number two, I think I would want to meet it'd be really cool to, I don't know, man, because I got a lot of people that I think this sounds so corny, but I just want to meet like the original Robins to settle on Brimstone.
Yeah.
Would that not be cool just to find who like the guy responsible for me being alive is? Like his kids had kids and then kids and then kids and then kids all the way down to me. Like that's cool to think about. Like I would want to meet him and be like, hey man, I'm your great
Yeah.
grandson.
Well, how do you narrow it back to one though?
My dad's dad.
Okay, can you not go any further than that?
That would eventually take you back to Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, no, I was going to stop here. I don't care about England. All right, this is America. All right, I don't want to listen. I don't want to know who come from England. I know he come from England probably or wherever, but I want to start here. All right. Every morning I wake up and I slick my hair back with bald eagle head yolk. Okay. So it's America. All right. But yeah, no, I want to meet him.
Okay. I sound stupid with my answers.
You said Chris Farley.
Adam Sandler.
Who's your third?
My third would probably it'd be somebody just random, like I don't know, somebody. I just people. I don't know. I just kind of cool.
I don't know. I can't think of a third.
I don't know. I mean, I hate to say this. There's not like a lot of. I can't really say a celebrity because I don't really look up to any of them. I really don't. I seriously don't because they're just people that are more successful than me. They just are. They're usually actors, sports ball people. But I mean, they're just more successful than me. So why would I need? Like, I'm not gonna walk up to Michael Jordan and be like, "Hey man, what's the secret?" Like he can tell me. He can't tell me anything that's gonna help me. So I mean, like.
Yeah.
And I know, and I see his documentary and stuff, and I know how he did, or that he put in a lot of work and all this good stuff. But
Yeah.
I don't know. No. I would anybody that's worked at Area 51, anybody, any one of them. I just want to know. I just want to know
Yeah.
if it's real or not.
I think it's real.
Well, I mean, I know the place is real. I just not what's going on in there. Hey, what are they doing over there? That kind of thing. What are they doing in there?
They got Snort working the line.
Snort. He working the line all right. he taking one in. Taking one in for sure. Let's see here. Got anything?
I was gonna add on from last week if you wanted to. Again, watch episode 1. What are you doing here if you haven't watched the first episode?
Get out of here.
Yeah, get out of here. We're talking here. We mentioned Cheyenne purple sweater, so we're gonna add a purple sweater compilation right here.
Oh my gosh, that's gonna be so much.
That's gonna 20 minutes of our episode right there.
Yeah. Cheyenne don't know how to wear anything but a purple sweater, so we're going.
She's wearing one right now. No.
Man, that's gonna be a lot of editing, finding videos and pictures.
Oh,
of Cheyenne.
what you gotta do?
There's not that many.
All right, well, mine might not.
Yeah.
But still, I'll throw a couple in there.
Or you can just do one an episode. And
just randomly put it in.
once we're 20 episodes in.
Easter egg.
Yeah. Yeah.
Find the purple sweater.
Mother's Day is, well, as we're recording this, it's like technically tomorrow. But you got any big plans?
Well, we're gonna take her out to eat today, and
Your mother.
Yeah, your mother.
yeah.
Sounds like me. We were just talking about me.
Oh no, you know.
Oh, sorry.
My
Yeah.
mom. But
Yeah.
we're gonna take her out to eat. Yeah.
I'm just giving you the time to say whatever you wanted to if you wanted.
I'm just. She has everything she wants. I mean, she wants something. Me or Dad or Keston usually try to give it to her. You know, I mean, she deserves it. So
Yeah.
we try to.
Screw Cole. Yeah.
Did I not say Cole?
No.
Oh, well, Cole does too.
Yeah.
That's my other brother. I got two brothers, two adults.
Yeah.
All you Spanish people, two adults.
Oh, yeah, I'm glad you said that. I got something else to go with that in a minute. But no, I was just going to take a minute and say, Happy Mother's Day to Raven. She's the best mom, to Paisley. And Happy Mother's Day. It's my first Mother's Day without my mom. She passed away 2 months ago, but love and miss you, Mom. But I'm glad you said something about that. We was talking about
Spanish.
Yeah, I was thinking of El Rey's, and me and you was talking about this earlier. For everybody that works at El Rey's, chicken delight comes with onions. I've never met a single person that's like, I just want the chicken delight without saying afterwards with no onions.
Yeah.
So at that point, take the onions off of it. That way, when you're coming back, you're not saying chicken delight no onion. Like. I mean,
Bro.
Well, I mean,
I got you on a list. Shit, I mean, I used to work there, and well, that's what's bad is that like half the menu, so onion is cebolla in Spanish, and half the it's cebolla, but half the menu that when you punch it in the computer, it's all Spanish.
yeah.
So you have to. It's not even really Spanish. It's Spanglish. It'll say like chicken, and then it'll say like if you want to click no onion or chicken delight, it'll say CHK delight.
Yeah.
Which is that's English. And then if you want to add it or edit it, and you click the no onion button, it says no cebolla. I'm like, why is it in Spanish? But the other one was in English. But I had to learn them both, and so those cooks in there. A lot of times, if somebody had like a crazy personalized thing they wanted to order, I had to go back there and tell them exactly. Like if somebody wanted like 3 steak tacos, like 3 steak and shrimp tacos, add guacamole, sour cream, and cheese, something like that. And I'd have to go back there and be like, Tres tacos de carne asada, Cameron. Add crema, which is sour cream, and no guacamole. Man. Usually when you say something,
You better not put that guacamole in there.
don't put the guacamole in there. But yeah, that's I don't know. My country drawl did not go well with the Spanish speaking.
Yeah,
because they were always like, okay, senor. Like I mean, they always make fun of me. But
Now Lane walks up and is like, outlaw. Gracias.
yeah, dude, ain't nothing. Nobody smiles bigger than like random people from a church to come in there and say gracias to the waiter, and it's Brad. It's like not Polo or Miguel. It's Brad that she said it to, and he's like, okay. Like, oh, one word. Good job. Let's see here. What's a? No, I ain't gonna. No,
Hey, I'm going to tell it. Well, I would save it, but I'll just go ahead and say it because I'll forget it. We went one time. It was me, Dan, Big Bird, and his little brother Silas.
Big Bird.
Yeah, Big Bird. You're coming on here one day, dude.
Hey, pop up picture, Big Bird.
Yeah, Big Bird. Yeah, that's called Bird. but we went and we ordered our stuff, and Silas was like, I just want a pizza, and I can't remember who it was that was taking the order, but like You can see the offense on his face because he was scribbling on his notepad. And when Silas said pizza, he was like, "Oh." He like looked up at him, and he shook the head a little bit, signed off on it, whatever. He comes back. He's like setting her stuff down. He's like, chicken nachos, chicken light onion, whatever. And he gets that pizza and goes, "Pizza," and he threw it at him. It literally hit the table, skidded a few times. The pizza came off the pan. Silas had to about pick it up off of the floor, and because he was so offended, but like, don't put non-Mexican foods on the menu and get upset when someone orders them. Like,
hey, pizza. Hey, man, you got to put pizza on there for the kids.
yeah,
Kid don't want no.
yeah, but are they throwing the whole pizza at kids if they order one? No.
I mean,
Silas is probably 15 or so at the time. Like,
why's he eating pizza?
I don't know, dude.
Dude, that's a grown man right there.
Yeah.
All right, like, dude, that kid needs to like eat. All right, Silas, you're gonna start eating Mexican food. You're gonna order chicken fries and pizza. And
I don't know if he did or not, man. That was like the one time I was around him at the time. Like, I didn't know maybe he just was like, I want pizza really bad, but they're bringing me up here instead. So I don't know. But yeah, like, we did that last week. The CodCast advice of the week: don't order non-Mexican foods at Mexican restaurants.
Yes, and keep your seatbelt on until you're done crashing.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't unbuckle your seatbelt, think you're done crashing, then get hit again and end up in the backseat of a car.
Yeah.
All right? Keep your seatbelt on at all times, kids.
Yeah, and if you have keys, make sure they're safely in your pocket, not able to leave your pocket.
Mm-hmm. Make sure you got a red toothbrush. All right.
Yeah, they won't know anything about that. But
that's okay. All right, that's a wrap, man. We appreciate y'all listening. We'll be back next week. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it for me, man.
Yeah,
All right,
we'll see you next week.
All right, man. Thankings, peace.